What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Chris, and I'm back at it again with another banger video. And you already know what I am reacting to. I feel like this was just like a must video for me to watch, because I am from Louisville, and I already know about EST GEE, and I know about all that. But I'm very interested to see, you know, what this video has to say. You know, it might go even deeper into some stuff, that I was blind to see, whatever like that. But before I continue, if you're new to this channel, go on and hit that subscribe button. And if you're not, please like this video and comment something down below in the comment section. And yeah, enough of me talking, let's get straight into this video.
Before now, Louisville had a whole different story than what you know, in terms of arrangement and style of different sides, but all of that would change because of just one person, EST GEE. You're about to find out why and how it all happened in this video. But before we start the video, be sure to leave a like, and if you'd like to join this month's giveaway for one of these items on the screen, then all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and then watch this video
just
to the
because,
end to comment the hidden keywords.
Just
Good
because.
luck.
I got you, cuz.
You see, I would have loved to take the core part of the story and just give it to you, but you would be left with too many questions. Which is why I'll start with Louisville, the part that helps us to make sense of it all. Louisville, Kentucky has 4 sides, namely the West End, East End, South End, and Newburgh. Even though the 4 parts are named in Louisville, they're quite different in style and activity.
Yeah. And I'll tell you guys right now, they all dangerous, bruh. I'll tell you this right now. If you come to Louisville, people really care about where they from Newburgh to everywhere. You know what I mean? Cause hey, we got Victory Park, we got all that. So it gets serious, bro. People really do care about this. Whenever I tell people I'm from Louisville, I'll be like, hey, don't get it twisted. Louisville is actually real dangerous. You have to really watch. You have to watch. You have to watch your back. You have to watch your back. You have to, because hey, niggas out there, boy.
The West End is the craziest part of the city and known for 2 areas, namely the Victory Park, also called VPC, and Humler Street, also known as H Block. The East End is also known for its crazy activities and violence, but not on every side of that part. The South End, however, is not known for much activity, but known for a rapper called 2K Baby. All that is ever known of that place is getting money. Talking about the last part, which is Newburgh, this is the coolest part of the city. Wait, did I just say it's the coolest? Nah, that was then. Presently, it's the more important part of Louisville, and most talked about. It wasn't like that to start with. Newburgh was a place that residents of the East and West End moved to.
Look, I'll tell you this right now. If you go down there and be like, Newburgh, la 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 la, you either have people that have to get on your ass, clown you, or they're gonna try to kill you. Cause, a lot of people don't like people from Newburgh, but it goes both ways though. A lot of people don't like everybody. So yeah, so you know what I mean. I'm not sitting here saying Newburgh. I'm not saying anything like that. But I'm just saying because he brought up Newburgh. So yeah, but Newburgh was beautiful. It was beautiful.
To get away from the troubles of them parts, but now everything has changed. All didn't just change for Newburgh because the troubles of the East and West Side mitigated to Newburgh, but because EST GEE came into the picture. Now, I think we should rest on Louisville and talk about EST GEE.
Let's do it.
George Albert Stone III, popularly known as EST GEE, was born on May 11th, 1994, in Louisville, Kentucky, to George and Sheila Stone, and grew up in the Clarksdale Projects before moving to Newburgh in the 5500 block of Riata Drive. While growing up, he was a football star. He attended an all-boys school called St. Xavier High School. St. Xavier offered scholarships to help the low-income students continue their education. At the time, there was a guy named Jeremiah Neal, who was a star footballer in Kentucky, who also partook in the scholarship program. He was like a mentor to EST GEE in high school because they both played football. Neal was a senior star football player, while EST GEE was a freshman star football player, which made sense for him to get a mentorship from him. Even though his mentor got the scholarship, G didn't qualify for the
I've never seen this picture of you, my G. Oh, snap. We look alike? Nah, I'm playing. We don't look alike.
Scholarship, which made his parents pay his tuition. G was disappointed and decided he doesn't want his parents to stress themselves in trying to pay for his school tuition, so he worked extremely hard to become better at what he does. He trained extra hours and became really good, which attracted a lot of teams to him. Most of them became interested in him because he chose to play for the Sacramento City College. and that's where he became a star.
I didn't know that.
From there, he started receiving offers from different teams, such as Fresno State, New Mexico, and Memphis, but he ended up playing for Stephen F. Austin in Texas.
Didn't know that.
There, he totaled 111 tackles, and that earned him a chance at the NFL.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, he wasn't listed. Football dreams came to an end for him, but there were more problems for him then, as he was a broke student who just received the news that he had a baby on the way. Now all that he had in mind was money. He was in California. He made connections with some people, and also in Texas. He connected with some types of people, which he later considered to work with for money. That was when he became a top-tier delivery rider for those people. He then had his side hustle that was giving him money. On top of that, he became a boss after many long days and nights on the road, but one day his side hustle got him into trouble, as police found him with 12 pounds of marijuana. That made him drop out of school and also got him arrested.
12
His family
pounds?
had no idea he was involved in drugs, and they were really shocked about the news. He was offered 10 years, but with the help of a lawyer, his sentence was reduced to 5 months house arrest. His bond was then paid by his high school mentor, Jeremiah Neal, who's commonly known as YOG Peso. Meanwhile, during EST Gee's house arrest, he became motivated after watching Lil Baby perform on the TV. He said if Lil Baby could make it out the streets, he can make it too.
Oh, we don't, you know what I mean? Mute them ads, cause no copyright.
Rap is another go he could focus. He said if Lil Baby could make it out the streets, he can make it too. That way, he saw rap as another go he could focus on. G set up a home studio in his bathroom and started recording songs there while he was on house arrest. He initially adopted the name Big G before switching to EST Gee after forming his collective EST, in which EST is an initialism for Everybody Shines Together. He released his debut song, Stains, as Big G on YouTube on December 17, 2017. He continued to release consistently through YouTube, gaining himself a local fan base. In May 2018, the wait was finally over. G was out of his house arrest, which gave him more opportunities to focus on his music. The same way YOG Peso took him under his wings back then was how he did when he was out of jail. He would take him to the Quality Over Quantity studio where they made songs together and also supported him financially. That way they became really close.
I keep it a buck. I feel like everybody, we all need that one. Everybody needs that one type of person that will, you know what I mean, that will actually help you and help you change your life. Cause like, you know, if you just have one person, well, if you just have everybody that's just, you know, that if I'm making sense, like basically what I'm trying to say, everybody needs at least one person, one positive person in their life to, you know, to help change their life and be like, hey, bro, what you doing? You know what I mean? Everybody needs that, bro.
Not only did they become close, but they also brought the West End and Newburgh together for the first time. This is because Peso is from the West, Victory Park, and H Block, while EST Gee reps Newburgh. Together, they became one group. Around that time, EST Gee's songs were doing well as they received millions of views on YouTube. He had a strong support of the West End and Newburgh in his city, as you can always spot the H Block guys and the Victory Park guys in his old music videos. But not why in his new video. That's because everything went from good to worse on July 18th, 2019. It was just another night like the usual at the Quality Over Quantity studio. Everything was moving fine, and EST Gee was allegedly in the studio with his friend that day when an argument started between the West End guys and his crew. Things were not too serious until they got outside, and shots were fired, killing one of the West End's most loved guys, called Big O. He was greatly loved by so many people in the West End, which made his death a huge loss to the whole of the West End. No matter how much these guys love one another, this incident can't go without depositing poison in their minds, except they sit to talk about it, allowing those who need to apologize to do that. But that never happened. I mean, that rarely happens in the streets. No one wants to apologize, and the other part is never ready to listen to it. That way, both groups split up that day. What then happened to the longtime friends? They had no choice but to rep their different hoods. Undoubtedly, both EST Gee and YOG Peso love each other, and I think they still do, but being together at the end of something like this is only going to cause more troubles than it's about to cause. They became rivals and made their music separately. If that was the only problem splitting up will cause them, we wouldn't have any reason to be discussing this right now. Trust me, worse has happened. In September 2019, G dropped his debut mixtapes and began to have buzz all around the country. He got a feature from Sada Baby, who had to travel all the way to Louisville to shoot the music video with EST Gee. Unknown to them that ops were waiting for them, they met at the location and did everything successfully, except that as they were about to leave, they were getting ambushed by ops who fired shots at them repeatedly. EST Gee was shot 5 times, getting hit in the stomach 4 times, and once in his left eye. His brother, who was also present, was hit in the leg. They were transported to a hospital, and G had to undergo different surgeries to get back his vision. After he totally regained most of his vision in his eye, he was discharged after 2 weeks. He rapped about the whole situation in a song titled Nathaniel Forest, but after that, things got really ugly between the West End guys and Newburgh guys. EST Gee, however, lost his mom to leukemia after she had battled with it for a long time, and also lost his brother a week after his mother died. His brother died due to gun violence, where he was shot 7 times. It's not clear if his brother's death has anything to do with the ongoing beef between his group and the West End, but his death sure looks like it. On August 14, 2020, Brandon Waddles from the West End was driving on that day with his 3-year-old daughter named Trinity when they became victims of an unfortunate incident.
Damn.
Brandon was a rapper who rapped under the name The Real Lil B. He had a buzz in the city at the same time. While he was driving with his daughter in the car to Jacobs, that's on the west, a man named Kevon Lawless from the east side pulled up and opened fire on them, killing both Brandon Waddles and his daughter. Kevin was arrested for the murder of the two and eventually got granted a $300,000 bail, which was initially set at $1 million. That $300,000 bond was paid by Nigel Talley, who was the vice president of A&R Alamo Records and also works with other big record labels including Atlantic Records. This particular case isn't 100% clear, as some rumor that the bail was paid by EST. If Nigel Talley paid it truly, it's still somehow connected to ESG because Nigel is, or was at the time, EST Gee's producer. However, that incident made a lot of people wonder why a producer from New York would pay for a random guy like Kevon. That was because he was not in any way connected to EST before then. That made the police begin to connect the dots on that case, but they wouldn't get to the roots of the matter until later. On October 2nd, 2020, one of Gee's close friends named Austin Floyd was on the West End, and he pulled up to a house on the 36th Street where he was shot dead. His death was a huge loss for Newburgh and EST Gee in particular, as you can find Floyd in most of his videos hanging out with him almost every time. He's really loved by Gee, and he was someone he leaned on for emotional support. But once a life is taken, nothing can be done to bring it back. In the same month, on the 23rd in the same year, Reginald Johnson from the West End was driving on the East End on Highland Road when shots were fired at him. He couldn't be saved as he was later pronounced dead.
Do y'all hear, like, throughout the whole video, do y'all see how many people he's just naming that died? That died, bruh. That is a lot of people. Rest in peace to everybody, man.
Newburgh was arrested for Johnson's death, but for some reasons unknown to me, the case was later dismissed. The case keeps getting worse and worse, making Newburgh a different place entirely. In 2021, it's no longer the West End versus Newburgh, as Gee has extended all over the city. While that was going on, the West End guys came together to become one gang and named their gang the Wolfpack. That's why you usually hear EST Gee rap about dropping and doing all sorts of things to wolves in his songs. While all of that beef still truly exists, Gee never stopped making music or got affected by it at all. He was doing great as he collaborated with big artists like Lil Durk, 42 Dog, Lil Baby, Sada Baby, and others. While he was having success in his music career, a big number of his crew soon got into deep trouble on October 26, 2021. It didn't start on that day. It started ever since that bomb was posted for Kevon Lawless that made the police get to work on looking into EST. In September 2021, Eric Mosley, who is EST Gee's manager, was busted by the FBI in his hotel room for an outstanding warrant, and immediately his room was searched. They found a kilo of cocaine, $100,000 in cash, an AK-style pistol, and a stolen handgun. That was more like adding to his problems because he just added more crimes to his initial crime. EST Gee was shaken and unhappy about the situation and showed his concern about the issue on social media. He wrote, "Free easy money. I love you. Eric, I never leave your side, no matter what, we got each other." The EST crew was still on that when another 9 members of the crew were charged for a similar offense. Altogether, they were charged with conspiracy to possess with the intent to distribute and distribution of controlled substances, including methamphetamine, fentanyl, cocaine, and heroin. According to the indictment, everybody shines together members face anywhere from 10 years in prison to life sentences. That's a serious one for EST. But as for the West End, it seems they're taking advantage of the situation with their upcoming rapper who's getting fame for releasing EST disses. It's just the kind of move that might just be dangerous for him if anything should happen in the future, because Louisville police sure know how to link one or two things together. They especially know how to take lyrics seriously, which means spitting what you ain't supposed to can land you in jail. Anyway, that means the beef is still on with no end date. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you in this video.
So, I first want to say, like you said at the end, when it comes to like the lyrics and stuff like that, to all y'all rappers out there and stuff like that, y'all just gotta be careful and and like the things that y'all say for real, because the police do not care. You can be like, hey, I'm just kidding, whatever like that, but hey, the police, will take you to jail for your lyrics, bro. They do not care. They do not care. They do not give a flying. Let me not cuss. They don't give a flying fluff about you. Tell you that right now. They don't. But before I end this video, I want to say, I want everybody to stay safe out there. And if you are from Louisville, all right, look, I've been hearing some stuff about Louisville. Stay safe in Louisville, y'all. Please stay safe. Watch our backs. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I thank y'all. I love you for everything. Once again, please stay safe out there. And yeah, I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.